I didn't know very much about Bailey's condition. I just remember the day she was diagnosed, and I remember that feeling in my gut.
I first met Ashley and Jonathan, Bailey's parents, in a prenatal conference. I met a nervous mom and dad who didn't know what life was going to be like with Bailey.
It was very scary. It was to know that you have a beautiful life inside you and something's wrong.
We showed them the MRI scan. Those MRI pictures showed a brain with very large ventricles. Bailey's ventricles had way too much fluid in them. We discussed what this condition is. It's called hydrocephalus, and what it could mean for Bailey.
Once Bailey was diagnosed, I didn't want to feel conquered. I wanted to turn a negative into a positive. I definitely don't want my daughter to be defeated by hydrocephalus.
There are a number of treatments for hydrocephalus. The most common treatment is called a ventriculoperitoneal shunt. When Bailey was 6 days old, we placed her ventriculoperitoneal shunt.
After Bailey's first surgery, she developed a bit of a step-off in the area between her operated and unoperated bone. Since Bailey's surgeries and her recovery, she has flourished. She is doing fantastically from a developmental perspective and looks absolutely amazing.
The fact that Bailey's had 4 brain surgeries, she's had 2 cranial synostosis repair surgeries. I mean, 6 surgeries is a lot for a child under 2. She is resilient. She's a fighter.
Coming in to meet her for the first time, I wasn't really sure what to expect, how severe the brain damage could have been. Working with her, I was actually very surprised to see with her language skills how many great foundational skills she had.
What happened?
Bailey has come very far in her treatments. She's had her downfalls, definitely. It'll cause heartache. It'll cause long hours. It will make you feel defeated at some points, but hydrocephalus to me is not a condition necessarily. It's just a barrier that you just have to jump over.
I think the reason Bailey has had so much success is that her family is very supportive. I think that's something that's essential, and also that we started services so early. Early intervention is really key to these children with disabilities.
Bailey progressed every week. She did something different and she did something new. I feel like she needed our encouragement and our guidance. We had to show her that she was capable of movement.
Even today, seeing her recite the ABCs and point to something and tell me what it is, starting to learn colors. These are all things that each time I see her, I see more and more progress. As a professional, it's really rewarding to see how much change can happen when the time and the energy is really put forth.
Bailey's 2 years old. She is a riot. She is a handful, just like any toddler. She has my personality, and that's kind of scary in itself. But I mean, in a good way. But she's just spunky, and she's a go-getter, and I think she's gonna be amazing. She could be doing very well now, and that can change. We can come at a complete halt. You just never know, because she could have a shunt failure and a surgery that will cause her to regress, another brain bleed. There's so many things that can happen that could change everything, all the light that she has now. And that's why I do what I do. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I want to educate the world. Someone out there will be interested enough to look into this problem and help us solve it. We're gonna find hope. We're gonna find a cure. I know it. I'm not gonna give up on this.